Bevan has truly created something incredible using a base of two ancient superfoods, olive oil with olive leaf and black seed. They've both been used for thousands of years because of the benefits they provide to the human condition. They mention olive oil in the Bible. They found black seed when they opened King Tut's tomb. But Dr. Bevan has taken several elements of each and uses them in a special way. With olive oil, he uses several elements to tune up and detoxify your cells while increasing your mitochondria. Now, that's the unique thing. That's the thing that sets us apart. That's our name, MoreMito, short for mitochondria. Dr. Bevan discovered that when you can increase the mitochondria back to a younger age, look, you've been losing it all your life. You're lucky to have 50% left in your 50s and 60s and maybe 10% in your 70s. When did your hearing start to go? When did your hair start to change color? When did you start needing glasses? Corresponds to the loss of mitochondria. Dr. Bevan found when we can increase it, your body starts to work the way it used to, the way it did before life in the environment started tearing your body down. And he uses black seed to increase your energy, but it's cellular energy. It's steady. It's strong. There's no jitters. It's not like a caffeine hit with, or a sugar hit with a big high followed by a deep valley crash. Cellular energy is steady. Imagine being able to live life again on your terms, to start and complete a task without any duress. Imagine no more brain fog or something physical. Imagine a long bike ride that has a short recovery time. It means getting back in and living life to its fullest without a need to sit on the couch and watch it all pass you by. And I've only mentioned 2 of the 44 ingredients Dr. Bevan has blended in the proper proportions to create Restore 3.0. Listen, the proportions are critical. Dr. Bevan will tell you if you take a handful of vitamins, you're lucky if a third aren't a complete waste, overpowered and canceled out by other things in that handful of vitamins. Things have to be in the right proportions or it's useless to take them. And once you get the proportions right, then you need XDS for your body to be able to use it like nothing it's ever used before. Next, I want to talk about Renew. It's our newest product. Several of the ingredients Dr. Bevan needs us to have to increase our mitochondria can't be delivered in a liquid base. They have to be delivered dry. So we created these tiny capsules that stand on the shoulders of Rejuvenate and Restore. Renew brain and body. Helps with the body, also helps in a major way with the brain. The firing and the synapses, the disappearance of the brain fog, the blood flow. It's just a powerful, necessary addition to increase your mitochondria. Finally, some of the most important members of our family are the pets that we own. Some of the most watched videos on social media are pet videos, interacting with the baby for the first time or just getting the attention of their owner. Listen, we love our pets and they suffer. If you've got a dog that seems lethargic, lays around, can hardly walk up and down the stairs, if you've got a cat that's hacking up fur balls and shedding, listen, they're closer to all the bad things, the chemicals we use to clean our rugs. How about the things we put on our lawn to make it grow? They're allergic to the same things outside coming from the trees and pollen that we are. They suffer. And if you want to bring your dog back to puppy stage and your cat back to kitten stage, then you increase their mitochondria with Petlife. So 4 products. Rejuvenate, Restore 3.0, Renew Brain and Body, and Petlife. There is nothing like these products and what they can do. And to hear about that, I'm going to turn it back over to Roger. Roger, take it away.
Thank you, Dale. How not to die from heart attacks, circulation issues, cardiovascular problems in general, cholesterol, and more. That's what we're talking about. Dr. Dan and I have been trying to get on this subject. We've actually been missing each other a lot, but we've had quite a few conversations about it nonetheless. You know him out of Oklahoma City. He's a regular on our call, been on the radio for decades and now doing podcasts. Now, Dr. Dan, here's my question for you.
Pens and papers so you can take notes.
For you to make. Relate circulation to inflammation, because we got to get that oxygen along with nutrients into that mitochondria to make energy. But when the cardiovascular system is inflamed and is affecting circulation, it is creating major systemic problems. So if you would, address that for me.
Sure. And you are right. When the blood vessels, when the arteries is really what we're talking about here. There's a difference between the arteries and the blood vessels. The arteries are lined with muscles, and they help pump also the blood. Well, when it's inflamed, the immune system attacks the LDL cholesterol. LDL cholesterol under a microscope looks like a white cloud floating through it. It's very important for the body. It helps protect the membrane of every cell in your body. It helps create the hormones that the body needs. That's why when people's cholesterol is too low, they get real depressed, they commit suicide or have car wrecks and things like that. But nevertheless, so it's not bad. It's only bad if it's inflamed. When it's inflamed and it's being hit with free radicals and the immune system, it turns it into a BB that attaches to the lining of the artery. They call it lipoprotein A. And that builds up a plaque, which becomes a plug that plugs up the arteries and increases the blood pressure. Now, if it happens in the widowmaker of the heart, then that widowmaker will kill you. That's why they call it that. So sometimes you need bypass. A lot of times the artery is already built around that. It's starting to build around that. But it becomes a timing thing if it's not taken care of. Now, what brings on the inflammation? That's what we really need to talk about. Too high of sugar, carbohydrates, starchy vegetables like potatoes, bread, and grains like bread can bring it on. Mashed potatoes are the worst. And then juices like orange juice and grape juice, and not grapefruit. Grapefruit juice is probably pretty good for you. But grape juice and orange juice are almost 100 on the glycemic index. And mashed potatoes are too. And then on top of that is seed oils. Now, the average amount of sugar they say that people eat is about 160 pounds a year, about a half pound a day. Isn't that amazing? Because when you eat a piece of bread, it's sugar in the body in 20 minutes. So our grandparents was about 10 and a half pounds. Our great-grandparents, 10 and a half pounds a year. Now, the other thing is seed oil. Seed oils are, now, some of the best oils in the world are black seed oil and olive leaf and olive oil. Those are fantastic for the heart. And then if you add fish oil on top of that, or cod liver oil, the EPA, DHA, you really have a way of getting rid of the negative effects of seed oil. But I just read yesterday that the average amount is about 30 pounds of seed oil a day. It's not easy, not a day, a year. And it's not easy to get rid of that. If you cut it all out, it's going to take a month or so for it to get out of the body. One of the things that knocks it out of it, as I understand, is cod liver oil, or the EPA DHA oil that comes from fish, cold water fish. And I think olive oil does the same thing. And black seed oil we know is very good for the heart. So those oils help remove the negative oils as well as being reestablished in the line of the artery. And then the third thing that brings it on is a lack of exercise. Exercise is so important to clean the body, to bring down the inflammation, to calm the nervous system, and to build up the strength of the heart and the strength of the arteries. When you're working hard, you're putting stress on the heart and the arteries, and they respond by becoming stronger. When you're working long, like walking long distance or bicycling, you're building up the endurance of the heart actually becomes larger and can pump more blood. So the combination of strength and larger, is a really good remedy or a really good approach. So weightlifting or resistance exercise that really stresses you, and then some walking or bicycling or swimming, which is ideal. It's just your chest underwater. You pump 20% more blood just by being in the water. So if you exercise there, you can tolerate a higher level of exercise. So, and that's my favorite form of exercise. So, give it back to you, Roger.
All right, stick around. I'm going to come back to you at the end. Okay? Okay. All right. Circulation issues, cardiovascular issues in general, right? We're talking about circulation and all the things that might hamper it. I want to start with Sammy Nunez out in Bakersfield, I believe, in California. Now, Sammy was in a wheelchair. He had a number of issues with his blood pressure, blood sugar, all of that. And I want you to listen to our conversation with Sammy about his fingernails. Everybody else is the obvious sign that something's happening. Talk to us about your fingernails. What did you see in the way your fingernails looked before versus after you were on this technology?
Well, they were cloudy, and now they're clear. You can see them very nicely. The fingernails grow. I've been complimented on my fingernails. I keep them trimmed and not polished, but use the emery board on them to keep them smooth. But that's totally awesome. Now, I'd like to talk to you also about Rejuvenate. One of the things I have been doing just in the last month or so is I use it as an aftershave, and then I just wipe it around my ears and eyes and forehead, and oh my gosh, all of a sudden I'm hearing a little better. I'm seeing a little sharper. My glasses bother me. I'm actually on some old glasses that I'm using now. And your eyes are just sharper. Again, it improves the hearing. And I thought, well, geez, everybody's talking loud, and I don't understand why they're talking loud. It has something to do with your inner ear. I don't know what it is, so I just took and rubbed it around behind your ear, just like you might do with an aftershave. Totally awesome. Every time you use these products, you're finding a new and better use for them. And, if you're using MoreMito, great. Take it internally. Take it twice a day. It does the job. It's totally awesome. But the fingernails, yes, they're nice and strong. They're not brittle anymore. They're supple. And so that's important. That's very important.
Thank you for sharing that. One about your fingernails is that those fingernails were dark. They cleared up because of the improved circulation. That's a big issue for a lot of people. You're not getting blood because of the small capillaries being inflamed every place it needs to go. But again, your body knows how to fix this problem. It also pertains to your eyes. Your eyes got a ton of really tiny capillaries in it. And when they're damaged with the diabetes or high blood pressure or the combination of the two, you really got to have effective technology that your body can use to fix that with. Okay, thanks again. Okay, so Sammy was seeing better, hearing better, and his fingernails cleared up. What do they all have in common once again? The inflammation. Now, this is a good time for me to point out the difference in our approach. We're not making any attempt to diagnose, treat, or cure diseases. What we want to do is regrow your mitochondria so that your body can repair itself, like we've all been hearing about, right? Well, it simply does it best with an abundance of energy. So we put that back, and then the body can do what it's designed to do even better. Okay? So now let's go to our next example. Dale, I got a little bit of scratchiness. So maybe you can find that. The next situation is, let's talk about cholesterol here a bit here. As Dr. Dan was pointing out, cholesterol in and of itself is not a bad thing, but it's a bad thing when it gets inflamed and makes your arteries stiff and predisposes you to high blood pressure and some other significant consequences. Well, we're going to benefit from our conversation we had with Myra and Jerome Wilson. Listen to how the doctors were trying to convince them that they needed to be medicated to solve this problem versus what they ended up doing. What are the doctors saying about the changes in him? Are they aware of it?
Well,
And by the way, he had a stroke. He had a stroke and was recovering from it, partially paralyzed, all of that. Okay, a little bit of backstory on that.
they're not aware of the MoreMito yet. They are aware that when the doctor told me that he's going to have to be on cholesterol medicine, and I told the doctor that I got some other stuff for him, and she was like, "Okay, Miss Wilson, you can have another stroke because his cholesterol is high." So when they did the blood work, and I looked at it, it said his cholesterol is normal now. But when I had my appointment a couple of days later, I talked to her about it. I said, what do you think about Jerome's cholesterol? And she was like, that's great, isn't it? That statin must be working. I said, I told you I wasn't using statin, Jerome, that we're using something else. And she was like, oh, what do you use? I said, we're using mitochondria. And it's taking him back to his youth. And I told her about his skin, how his skin looks real good. His neck used to be really wrinkled. It's not like that anymore. His skin looks good. He don't have wrinkles. He look good. I do too.
Yeah.
My A1C has good. And his A1C has gone down.
So, well, it sounds like you all are really on a different path.
Yeah. And as far as the energy goes, we're both running around like young people.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 68.
But nobody knows because he looking good, and then he got a process. So
Right. Absolutely.
so y'all are looking kind of sporty.
Yeah. Looking into
Okay.
it for you, and the people are just amazed. They cannot believe it.
All right. Well, thank both of you for sharing. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
So what they were laughing about, you didn't hear the first part of this, is that Jerome, who had a stroke, had gray hair, and his black hair started growing out. And, so it's black on the bottom and gray on the top, and the hair was growing out, right? And his hair was normally kinky, and it came out straight. So everybody was really noticing that. Okay, it's what your body can do when you give it a chance. Okay, so let's take this thing a step further. Let's say you got organ failure. All right, let's make it two. You got double organ failure. You got a heart problem, and you got kidney failure. Okay, let's do both of those. Your kidneys are around 25. You're like stage 3, almost stage 4 kidney failure. Okay, and your A1C is double digits, and you got a bunch of other issues. Now, you'd be somebody like Steve Lowe, and you need somebody to come along and rescue you with some mitochondrial support, like King Kevin did out in Salt Lake City. I'm talking to Steve Lowe. Tell me what your health concerns were before you met us.
Congested heart failure, diabetes, and kidney failure. I was dying.
Okay, did I hear you say that you were dying? Is that what you said?
That's what they told me. They said I have less than 5 years to live.
Okay. Tell me what changed, Steve, since you began using Mito.
Everything. Well, my numbers on my AC1s went from 10.1 down to 6.5 right away after about 120 days of it. My kidneys started not making so much the creatine, and I was told I had congested heart failure. And when I went back into that, they said I'm back to normal now.
Tell me again what your A1C was. What was it before? What was it after?
It was 10.1.
Mm-hmm.
And I was real sick, and then I went down to 6.5 in 120 days.
120 days. Awesome. Yeah. What was the next thing that changed?
Well, my kidneys started working better. I could tell that and they were feeling better.
Do you know what your kidneys numbers were before?
Yeah, they were like 25. That's way too high.
So your kidney function was down to 25.
Yeah.
What was it after?
It's up in the 40s, they said. Now it's going up.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
So All right, now, what was the next thing that changed, Steve?
When the cardiologist called me and wanted to know what I was doing. Because my oxygen rate went from 25 to 50.
Over what period of time did
Cardiologist
that
called
happen?
him.
I
Wanted to know
remember
what he was
Kevin
doing.
He told me I have to stay on for at least 120 days, let that blood interact and get right. And boy, he was right. Well, at that time,
Okay.
it worked.
All right, King Kevin.
The
Let's go
doctor
back to
called
the
him, not
diabetes
him
now.
called the doctor.
What
Did you hear
type of diabetes did you have?
Well, I started out with type 2, and they switched me to type 1. Then I had to start taking shots 3 times a day. I didn't like. And they were quite wicked, what it did to my body. My body did not like it. And
Okay.
now I don't, now actually I've quit doing Lantus along with fasting, because if I do it, I wake up with sugar lows at 3, 4 in the morning. And then last week the EMTs had to come because I was so low. They thought I was going into a coma, and I was really sick from it. So I just found out that, getting that mitochondria up and running, the body straightens itself out, homeostasis-wise, and gets everything working right. The kidneys, the heart, probably the liver, the thyroids.
Now, you take your fasting glucose in the morning?
Yep. I've got a Dextron 7, so it tells me all day long what it does. It's one of them electronic devices.
Yeah.
I can look at it 100 times a day without poking my finger, and it'll tell me.
Okay, what does it tend to be in the morning?
Lately, since I've been on the MoreMito, about 115.
Okay, and it was what before?
350.
350?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's a life-saving difference, Steve.
Oh, I know it is, and boy, you can feel it just in your body. I mean, it's just not a good feeling.
Okay. Okay, so if you were to hear the other 2 parts of this interview, you would hear him also say that his sense of taste got a lot more prominent, his hearing, all of that, because all of these inflammatory issues affect all those organs, and they damage mitochondria in the process, which makes it harder for you to repair yourself. Okay? Bring back mitochondria, can reverse all of that. Okay? All right, now let's get further into this circulation issue. If, we've all heard this saying, serious as a heart attack. Well, the next most serious must be heart failure. Okay, where your heart is failing to pump blood through your cardiovascular system where it's supposed to. Obviously, everything suffers. It affects your breathing like it did Win the Heart, or like it did Handy Randy here. It's a major issue. Well, add to that prostate cancer, and you have Sam Slade. Sam Slade grew up 1 county over from where I did in North Carolina. Listen to this. We'll unpack it at the end and relate it to our topic today. I'm talking to Sam Slade. Sam, please tell me what your health concerns were before you were introduced to Mito.
I had a case of the congestive heart failure since 2006. And I've been on medication 18.5 years, same medication. Told by the heart doctor back then that was going to be me for the rest of my life, which I kind of argued with him.
Told that too.
Well, I was never on medication. I didn't like taking it. But I finally got it down to 5 medication, which I'm still on right now. But August 24th to be exact, I started MoreMito. Came November, about my 3rd month, I decided to get it checked. Had a test done, stress test done, and well, of course, the normal range of congestive heart failure patient is between, healthy person is between 50 and 70. Lo and behold, mine was 43. 18.5 years, mine was 43. Wow. After my stress test, my results was 63. Came up 20 points, right between the norm.
Squarely.
Which I was told by my heart doctor 18.5 years ago that was going to be me. Best I could do is take care of myself, eat healthy, And if my genes had me going to my late 80s or 90s,
Mhm.
that's where it would take me.
Mhm.
But the average person checks out in 5 to 7 years. And that was 18 and a half years ago. After that, I just came down with prostate cancer in March 2022. And I went to have treatment done, but right in the middle of it, before radiation, I came back down to Huntsville here, didn't make it back up there, and thank God I ran into MoreMito. I had an MRI done second week in December. Results came back and it was completely clear, nothing on it. And I asked them about the PET scan. They said, you don't need a PET scan. PET scan is given if there was scarred or anything on the prostate. But yours is clear. So count your blessings.
Did you hear that? It's clear.
So right now I am
You better
cancer
get your
free.
mitochondria built up.
Okay. And thank
Get your
God I
products.
am, because I know 2 people that had the same test I was going for, same treatment I was going for 7 years ago, and had it done at 2 different locations. And they both came back down with cancer this past summer. So now I'm cancer free, and it's up to me to stay free. As long as I'm on MoreMito, I think I'm going to be free.
Okay, so now get ready, Dr. Dan, because I'm going to bring you back. The paradoxical thing that I see about this is that you clearly have a circulation deficiency when you have heart failure. He told you about it. Your heart should be pumping out 50 to 70% of the blood every time it beats. He's down to 43. He's in heart failure, been there for 18 years. At the same time, he has cancer. Now, all of us actually have cancer all the time, right?
Yeah, we do.
You got 40 trillion cells in your body, or thereabouts, let's say. You're producing thousands of cancer cells a day. It's just that your immune system is so magnificent, it's attacking and killing them. And you only know it as cancer when it escapes. Well, how does it escape? It attracts the blood supply. Those tumors get really tiny, maybe 3 millimeters at most, right? Until they can attract a blood supply. Once they do that, they're going to explode. They can grow 16,000 times in 2 weeks. Okay? Now you got a problem. Well, so Dr. Dan, here's the interesting thing I find. That in nature, there are these amazing ingredients. We have a bunch of them in our formulation. One of them is green tea that are anti-angiogenesis. Angiogenesis being the generation of new blood vessels. That's what the cancer cells want to do. Okay? So weigh in on that. How crazy is it that normal genesis of blood vessels is not affected, but that natural cellular will shut down and limit cancer being able to attract blood supply?
Go ahead. Oh, okay. Now, I want to add a little bit different approach here. Mitochondria dysfunction, which means weak mitochondria, toxic mitochondria, which means it's dying faster than it's being rebuilt. And it triggers a pathway called the mTOR pathway that's inflammatory that brings on cancer directly related to it. But there's another thing going on. Inside the cell, mitochondria has little molecular strands that connect to the nucleus, and that messages and brings energy to the nucleus. When that breaks down, like cutting the wires coming into your house so you don't have TV or your computer's not working, when that cuts down, the nucleus doesn't know how to regulate itself anymore. It doesn't have the energy to. And it starts mutating, which brings on cancer. The cancer goes into what is called situ, S-I-T-U, and it can just sit there for years, maybe never have to come. Then you get inflamed, and that inflammation, and more than what the immune system can take care of, then that's what causes the cancer to start growing and taking off like what you described. Cancer feeds on sugar. And one of the things you do for people who have cancer is you have them go on a no sugar diet. You cut out all the sugar and starches out of their diet to starve the cancer. Because if you don't, it'll get to a point where it'll starve you to death. It'll suck out all the sugar out of your muscles, and starve the brain, and your diet starvation as the tumors start growing. And so that's part of it. Did that answer what you want, Roger, or do you want me to elaborate?
Yes, that's it right there. The body has this, to me, amazing ability where the positive things, which are completely opposite of what cancer needs to do, it can handle all that at the same time if you have it provisioned properly with this energy level. Well, thanks a lot. Never gonna move on it. Never gonna move on.
I need to forward this to anybody I know that has cancer, or somebody that has cancer.
People, I'm gonna play an
in
interview
their family.
first,
They
and
need
then
this
I'll bring you back on
information.
that end of this. So it is so important. I know you talk about this all the time, that you get some exercise, even if you have a serious condition.
Mm-hmm.
Like kidney failure, for example, which is what Wayne Circuit had introduced to us by our good folks in Philadelphia.
Exercise.
And well, let me just play the interview. We'll unpack it at the end. I found this really fascinating. That in addition to helping your body repair itself, there's a psychological part too of making you want to exercise, and the exercise again increasing your circulation, helping you get better faster. Still. I got the pleasure of talking to Wayne Circuit. Wayne, you got an update for us. Your recovery continues. Tell me about where you were. Tell me where you are now.
Well, I was in bad condition. I could barely even walk. And what happened was new with me was I got on the treadmill. I'm running. You know, I ran Monday and I ran yesterday.
Let me inject something right here for clarity. Okay, so you're in kidney failure. You're in dialysis. Okay?
Yeah.
And contrast how you were doing initially to how you're doing now coming out of dialysis.
I was in bad condition. You know, I was sick all the time, in pain, miserable. I was miserable. You know, my kidneys, you know what I mean? I could barely go to the bathroom. I was discombobulated. I was out of order, you know, and I started to give up, you know. But now, since I got the MoreMito in me, you know what I mean? I got strength back in me. There's no fear in my body, you know. I ran, and the joy that MoreMito had installed in me, you know what I mean? The joy it put back in me, you know what I mean? Because when I got off the treadmill, you know how I felt, you know. I felt so great. It's an inexplainable feeling, but it's a wonderful feeling to be alive again. You know, can move around, can twist. I was shadow boxing. I can shadow box now. I couldn't even move one way without in serious pain, you know. And I was running on the treadmill, and then I went back Wednesday and I ran again on it. And I lift weights, you know, I lift weights and stuff like that. I didn't push it, but I lifted, and I couldn't believe that I ran. I said, wow. See, I used to run for 3 hours straight. A long time ago, I used to run for 3 hours straight. And I knew the feeling that came back to me again. You can do it, you know. God let me know that it's going to be all right. And the dialysis, they tell me that my AC1 was 8.7, but it dropped to, I think she said, 6.7 or 7.7. She said something like that. It dropped. And I said, wow, so I'm doing good. And I'm going to the bathroom. It's amazing what's happening to me. I can't believe it, you know. So, and I thank God for grace for rescuing me. You know, I thank God for rescuing. God has made that plan. He said, if you get in service and stay in there, he said, I'll fix it. So he sent her to me to bless me with this product. And that's what I think. I thank God for that, you know, for sending her. So she rescued me, and that was just wonderful about me getting on that treadmill and running. I'm coming back. It's slowly but surely, but it's happening. Right. It's happening.
So, Grace, is there anything you'd like to add?
Not at this time, Roger. I'm just so excited. I'm over here smiling from ear to ear. Just so excited for this journey.
Well, Wayne, keep on keeping on.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you, Roger.
All righty. So, Dr. Dan,
Did y'all hear all of
we
that?
got 2 people,
You need your products. And
Wayne
their
Circuit and
mitochondria.
another gentleman in South Carolina, I believe he is, came out of that group anyway, Sandra Morrow, George Scott, that are leaving dialysis and doing things like we just heard. Get on a treadmill and exercise. You got to go lie down, okay? So reflect on that briefly, if you would, Dr. Dan, and how unusual this is, okay?
Well, yeah. When we first had some people that were on dialysis, and after one case for 5 years, and then being off of it, I went, really? But I understand it, but I'm still amazed by it because I hadn't heard it before, and especially that long. I can see where you may have been on for a few months, and then something, you got on a really good nutritional program and stuff, and it repaired, but not after that long. And most doctors would tell you, no, that's not possible, but it is possible. The little tubulars within the kidneys, the filters, and the capillaries within there, when they get flexible again and clean, and the information within those tubulars go down, where the transfer of toxins go out, and see what happens when they get hard. They create a back pressure that increases the blood pressure, and it's like squeezing down on a hose, and then running the same volume of water now becomes a very high, hard spray through a narrow hose. Now you open those up and things relax. Also, your adrenal glands right on top of your kidneys, and so they interact there. So the adrenals also have to relax. We do that through the adaptogens that are in there, the theanine and ashwagandha, cordyceps, and things that relax the adrenal gland so it can function and not be so stressed. The combination. So I see how that works. Now, exercise, so very important. It cleans your lymph system. It opens up the heart, the circulation. It moves sugar out of the blood into the mitochondria where it can be burned, or into the muscles where it can be utilized. And that is essential. So I always say, even if you only walk 20 minutes, walk it. You eventually get where you'll walk longer. If you can't get out of your chair, get one of those deals that's like the pedals on a bicycle you put on a desk, and you pedal those. Use your arms if you can't use your legs, or just reach above your head a number of times. Breathing, moving the lymph system, and then work up to it. Well, here's a great example. You start off with very little, and you work up to before, and that good feeling of exercise, the endorphins, gets you motivated to want to keep doing it. Okay, Roger.
All right, thank you, Dr. Dan. Sound like Wayne had a lot of those endorphins going for him. Okay. All right, so star 5 on your phone. We're going to get to the Q&A very shortly, but in the meantime, we want to hear from our partner from Ireland, Mick McQuillan, about the pet space. Everything we're talking about that pertains to people also pertains to pet. Also, Mick and Kate got such an amazing business in Ireland, Pet Centers Ireland.
Mitochondria, just
Mick
like
McQuillan, are you with me?
Roger, how you doing? Amazing to be here. Why wouldn't I be here? I love this Saturday call. It's the best thing about my Saturday. Amazing. Incredible stories again. Where do you get them from? You get them from people who use the product. That's what it's about, right? Look, as Roger says, my name is Mick McQuillan, and I love tuning into this show, into this like Saturday call. It's just incredible. Sitting here with my dog, Coco. She's sitting next to me on the sofa, and we're loving what we're hearing. And again, like Roger says, Kate and I have got this amazing business, Pet Centers Ireland. And what that business really does is just help pet owners feel better about something that makes them feel bad with their pet. Maybe if you're a pet owner, maybe you've got all the same options as me when you're going to work, or you're going away for a weekend and you need someone to look after your pet. Maybe you have friends, family, kennels, catteries, all those kind of things. They all work, but they don't make you feel great. You feel bad asking your mum again. And that's why our service helps people feel better about, something that makes them feel bad with their pet. And that's why we love this product, because it does exactly that. It helped me feel better about something that made me feel bad with Coco. Coco at the time was 12 years old. She's a big dog. She's 30 kilos. She's a pointer. She's a hunting dog, which is frightened of hunting and banging and popping and stuff like that. But, I was just watching her going up the stairs, and it made me feel bad, because she was like pulling herself up with her front legs. Her back legs were just like stabilizers. Oh, it was just hard to watch. It really was. And we were looking for something, and we had experience before with dogs, and using, vets and farmer products and everything else, and the side effects, and we didn't really want to go down that route. And we were looking for something, and we came across, MoreMito. I reached out to the company. They sent me this product, And of course I was skeptical, but I was willing to try anything because I was hurting watching her. How did she feel? So, we gave it to her at 10 o'clock one Sunday morning. And at 5 o'clock, she ran up the stairs. And it was, Kate and I were both in the kitchen, and we watched it, and we looked at each other, and we were kind of like, what? And we kind of didn't believe it. But we were happy. We gave it to her the next day, and, she's down at the bottom of the garden. I called her, and normally she'd just saunter kind of up. There was no real action. And this day she came galloping up the garden. I'm like, Kate, she's running. It was incredible. And it's just got better and better since then. Now she's 16 now. She's got her own different challenges going on. I don't know if you remember, if you've been on this call and heard me talk about Coco before, like back in, September, October last year, she started having these little mini kind of strokes, I suppose. That's what the vet called them. They're like tremors. They're all happening once a week, and then, they put her on medication, and they went from once a week to, once every 10 days. And Kate and I said, well, look, why don't we just give her twice the amount of the Petlife? We were giving her about 2 mils in the morning. That's all she was getting. So we started giving her 2 mils in the morning and 2 mils in the evening. And she hasn't had another tremor for as long as I can remember. Maybe the last one was back in January or March. We're now in August. She hasn't had any more. So, I think the product is helping the medication work with her body much better. Now, the other week, about 2 weeks ago, kind of watching her, she's kind of like a little bit unsteady on her feet, coming up and down the stairs. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to give her more Petlife. So now she gets 2 mils in the morning, 1 mil at lunch, and then 2 mils again in the evening. And she's flying up and down the stairs again. It makes me feel better. How do you think it makes her feel? And the funny thing is, Roger, I had a customer ring me to, send me a message today, and they're saying, I can't pay my bill because, I've got a problem with my eyes. And I thought, this is just an opportunity to talk about MoreMito and the stories about people getting needles stuck in their eyes and all this kind of stuff. So I was on the phone call with her, and she's excited about trying the product. And that's what it's about. It's about using the products yourself, getting a result, being on these calls, listening to the amazing stories, and then sharing these stories. That's all it's about. That's what it's about for me. I don't know what it's about for you, but this is so much fun. It's fun being here, listening to these stories. It's inspirational. It's inspiring. Like when I'm talking to someone and someone tells me something, I think, oh my God, I heard about that on the call. I must share that information with them and try and get into my back office and find that recording and send it to them so they can listen to it for themselves. So, Roger, you guys are amazing. Dale, you're the most amazing person I think I know, especially in logistics. You're just like the magic man, right? You really are. I'm so excited to get my products every time we place an order. And look, we appreciate everything you guys do. We especially love Dr. Bevan Elliott, who's, creating this magic, in a bottle. And it's incredible. It's incredible. It just makes a difference. It helps me feel better. It helps my pet feel better. And by sharing it, it gives me the opportunity to help other people feel better about something that makes them feel bad. And you have this opportunity too. And I would encourage you to embrace it, take hold of it, and do what Roger says. Mix this with your DNA and see what happens for you. Roger, do you want me to go on? I've got another 20 or 30 minutes I could do with this. Honest to God, it's amazing.
You did great, Mick. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Okay, so let me summarize, especially if you got on the call a little bit late. Our process is different. We don't try to diagnose, treat, and cure stuff. What we want to do is regrow that mitochondria. That would be the component in your cell that produces energy. Dr. Elliott created this really special technology called XDS to get these magnificent ingredients that you see on our labels in your bloodstream. It reorganizes the molecules so that happens. And it's in 3 key products. Restore, which is focused on cellular repair, organ regeneration. It's regrowing mitochondria to kick that whole process off. And there's a total of 44 ingredients in there because we got to cover every one of your organ systems, like you've been hearing people talk about on this call today. The other thing we have, or the product we have there, is Renew Brain and Body. Now, the body part of Renew Brain and Body is a different way to address mitochondria. It's really hard. It's really complicated. So no one else was able to do it. Right? So you've got water-soluble ingredients coming in from the brain and body to work with the oil-soluble ingredients that you have in Restore as it pertains to regrowing your mitochondria. Then there's these extra brain ingredients in there. Every one of these conditions you hear us talk about are damaged brain cells. So they need some help. So we're going to put that back. Then you got this really versatile cream, Rejuvenate. Highly recommended for anything that affects your hair, your scalp, or your skin, any place on your body. Penetrates to the bone. So mobility issues and whatnot can be affected. It can be combined with that Restore. Take a teaspoon of that, put it in a jar, shake it up, put it where it hurts or wherever you got an issue, right? And those ingredients come right in. It was been a godsend to parents of kids with ADHD, autism, and things like that. We didn't even know that would be the case, but here we go again. Turn out mitochondria. Watch what happens. Okay, so that's the technology. Put it together with your DNA. Let's see what your body comes up with. Maybe you've got an issue. Maybe you don't. Maybe you just want to be as healthy as you can possibly be. Either way, mitochondria will have an effect on that. Okay, so Dale Bonet with the commercial.
Thank you, Roger. Listen, everybody, you get these incredible products at MoreMito.com, MoreMito.com, then a / type in your username. You're going to be at your site. You know it's your site because your name's at the top of the page. So is your phone number, so is your email, and that's where you send people after you initially tell them about the product and what you know about it and the great things happening. They can go to your site to learn more, to read the labels, to read the ingredient list, to learn about XDS, to listen to testimonials, but most of all, to purchase from you. They don't buy from the company, they buy from you. But guess what? We've created a one-of-a-kind product line. Nothing works the way these products do. You know that now from this call, where we created a one-of-a-kind company to support it. You can join MoreMito for free. We don't make people pay to join this company. It's free to be here. There's no monthly charge to be here. The websites you get, those are free. We give them to you. We don't make you purchase products. You don't have to be on auto ship. And if you choose to participate in the compensation plan, and I don't know why you wouldn't want to do that, when you participate in compensation, once you're verified with your phone number and your email, we know that you're legit. You're going to see that we don't pay once a month or once a week or even once a day. When a purchase happens, your compensation is in your back office to take and use. If you join us as a referring customer, then you've got MitoCash. You spend it on products, you spend it on shipping, you send it to other people in the company, it's yours to use. Or you can upgrade, that's free as well, to a paid rep. Now you can use the new Stripe connectivity, the international ACH, happens fast, most important, it happens secure. To send money to your bank account, you can send it to PayPal, to Venmo. You can use the old-fashioned ACH and get it to your bank. Here's the point. We're here to support you in everything you need, anything we can do from your compensation to just being here. We've got a phenomenal support team. The phones are manned 6 days a week. Most companies have gone to email. You can't even talk to a human being. 6 days a week. If you don't get a human being, leave a message, you're going to get a call back. And even if you hang up, we see that you called, and we can return that call, but we're pretty darn busy with folks leaving messages or talking to us personally. Look, you've got a question on compensation, on your team, on how things work, and you can't get it answered by your upline, then we're here to support you. So call us, leave a message, let us know. We are preparing some things you're not going to hear about until the end of this month. August is a powerful, powerful month to be here. And we're just glad you're here with us. So, Roger, if I left anything out, let me know. I'm going to turn this back to you.
You did great, Dale. So, I think there are two opportunities here that Dale was talking about. The first one is pretty straightforward. Give the technology a try. Again, put it together with your DNA. Let's see what your body can come up with. The other part is that more people need to hear what you've been hearing today. In fact, on every single one of our health and wellness calls. So if what we're talking about resonates with you, by all means, affiliate with us and let's see what we can do together. We got this risk-free opportunity for you. We pay you like your mama with the comp plan, okay? So check that out. anything from paying for your product to paying for anything else that needs to be paid for. We got to reach a lot of people, and we're going to pay folks to help us get that done. Why not you? Okay. Star 5 on your phone. We got a lot of hands up already. We got more coming. If you've got a question or a comment you'd like to make, Star 5 again on that keypad. If you're joining us via the internet, we got a lot of people who did that as well. So why don't we start with Novelette in Florida?
Fantastic. Novelette, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Oh, I don't have a question. I just figured I wanted to do my spill on the Petlife because I never hear many individuals talking about it. So my story with my cat, Duchess, I've shared it with Roger. Duchess is 18, and my cats are indoor-outdoor. He went out and was missing for 2 days, and I realized, as Roger drew it to my attention, that he had dementia because he couldn't find his way home. So we found him, and he was only across the street, but he just couldn't find his way back in. So once he came in, he stopped going out, and he was going downhill. His vision wasn't that great because I noticed he would slap around in the water bowl to see the level that it's at. But the moment I got him on this Petlife, this cat came back to life. After about 4 days, he decided he wanted to go out at night. He went out mousing. He started to do all the things he used to do when he was young. So this product worked. Memory's back, vision is back, active. Then for some reason, he's at that age. We thought we were losing him again last weekend because he started to have that rapid breathing with his mouth open. I had the whole family come to see him off, and I decided, well, I just wanted him to go peacefully in his sleep. So I started giving him 4 treatments a day. I gave him 2 drops in the morning, 2 in the midday, then 2 again, and then 2. So he was getting 2, 4, 6, 8. And that was last weekend when we thought we were losing him again. And he's up and about and eating again. So we're just going to keep him this pet life in him. I really want him to just go in his sleep, not suffering, just go off into his rest peacefully. So it has brought him back to life again. So this product works. And another thing I want to share, I never really hear, except for the gentleman Nick from Ireland, talk about this product. But I want everyone on the call to understand all these individuals that we're sharing the bundle with, the restore, the rejuvenate, the brain and body. Majority of these individuals have pets at home. So we should all introduce this product because cats and dogs are dying from cancer, liver disease. They're suffering from arthritis. They're suffering. I see it all over social media. They're dying, and they're dying young, 2 years old, beyond, younger than that. We have a product here that can change their story, save their lives, share it. Every human you talk to, introduce the pet life. The pet industry is, I think they said it's 2.5 billion. It's going to be 4-point-something billion by 2030. Share the product with every individual that you talk to because most homes have pets in them. That's all that I want to say.
Thank you, Novelette. Well said. Well said.
Her cat had dementia.
Okay. Yeah, we've got a wireless caller from Greensboro, North Carolina. I wonder who that is. I went to college in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Let's find out. Wireless caller, I've unmuted you. 1468, last 4 digits of your phone. Give us your name and ask your question.
Good. What is it? This afternoon. Yeah, this is Marche Clark. I am very new in MoreMito. How do you pronounce it?
MoreMito.
I am from Greensboro. Okay, MoreMito. And to the person who is who went to school here is, I hope you're an Aggie. But I really have a lot of questions I really have a lot of questions, but I don't want to monopolize the time because I have been studying this ever since I was introduced to it, and I am taking the product because I want to see what it does for me because I have several issues, and thank God I have been able to overcome the most serious issues. I'm glad that you all are doing information about mitochondria because it is foreign to most people, including myself. And so I have 16 composition books where I have been taking notes on mitochondria and how I can get back to the healthy person that I'd like to be without somebody putting a script in front of me or telling me that I'm going to have to take some chemical that I can't pronounce. And I just don't do that to my body because my body does not recognize chemicals. So my issues have been, and is it okay to call somebody out?
Yes, if you get to a question for me pretty soon, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I want to talk about, first of all, I want to talk about the most pressing issue. I had a major heart attack, a widowmaker, on December 20th, 2019. I did not have heart problems. I never had heart problems, and nobody in my family had heart problems. But I had a major heart attack. I had open heart surgery, a quadruple bypass, and I am still. I had my discharge from the hospital was during the COVID era, and so your question for me is. I have been testing and taking these products since I was introduced. Since that time, I have been monitoring my blood pressure, monitoring everything that I can at home, and I don't have the issues, even though I did not take cardiac rehab because it wasn't available during COVID. I would love to know, looking at topics, cardiovascular issues, circulation problems, cholesterol and more. And so my question is, I just had my annual visit for AAA. Does everybody know what AAA is? Abdominal aorta aneurysm.
Okay, you got to ask the question here, though. We're still talking. I haven't heard the question yet.
Okay, I'm coming to my question. My question is if I'm being told by one of my doctors recently that my abdominal aorta is has gotten larger, and now they're trying to tell me where I have to have another heart surgery, and I'm not going to have another heart surgery. What does mitochondria do for me if I have already had cardiovascular issues? My heart was in good condition, no muscle damage or anything.
I think I can answer now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so you're concerned about the health of your heart and your cardiovascular system, which happens to be the topic today. Now, earlier in the call, you heard 2 or 3 people come on here who had heart issues. Mm-hmm. The fact of the matter is, hearts have to have a lot of mitochondria because they got to pump all their lives, right? And it's a really, really strong muscle. So that makes our approach of regrowing mitochondria especially elegant for that, right? It needs a lot of mitochondria, so it's going to respond well to our technology. We have dramatic results with people's heart. So you heard Sam Slade earlier down to 43, going to 63, high normal. You couldn't tell he ever had a heart problem, okay? So typically what we're seeing is accelerated repair of hearts. I don't care what it is, heart valves replaced, heart having arrhythmias and, going really fast when they should be going normal, all that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really it. For our part, we're not trying to duplicate what the doctors do. We just want to nourish your heart so that it regrows mitochondria and then in turn it fixes it. So that's really it. How long have you been on Mito altogether at this point?
I think more than 3 months. I've been taking the supplement.
Okay. How much how much is store you taking?
Daily. Once a day.
That's how often you're taking. My question is, how much are you taking a day?
I'm taking a bit. I don't have the stopper in front of me, but whatever the stopper tells me to take, the dropper tells me to take is what I take.
How many milliliters or teaspoons a day are you taking?
I would have to be looking at it. I just take the product according to what I was told to take. And
I don't know what you were told. I'm asking you.
The dropper has different levels.
What were you told?
Why he's asking her that.
Okay, let me help you out. The starting dose is 4 milliliters. That's if you're using a dropper, you pull it up to the milliliter line. Okay, 4 of those, or a teaspoon. There, about a teaspoon's 5 milliliters, so a 4 milliliters of a teaspoon, not quite full. Okay, that would be the starting dosage. Okay, now.
I do the 4 milliliters. I just didn't know what the milliliters were, but I knew it was a 4, and I was not trying to give you a no answer. I just didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm with you.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I gotta get some kind of understanding of where that is. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, at this point, you should strongly consider just taking more. Take more. Okay, if you got a serious issue like that, your body has a lot of repair that it needs to get done, you can take more. Now, let me ask you another question. Are you also taking brain and body, the capsules?
Yes, I am. I'm taking, I started off with 1 capsule a day, and I have upped it to 2 capsules recently, like a week ago.
Okay, let's see what you do another week or so, but you can easily double that too. The original dosage for
not big.
Brain and body, by the way, would have been 4 of those capsules. Okay?
2 of these.
So you can take more easily. And at this point, you're past any detox issues and whatnot. So that's what I would suggest you do. And then just call me back. You can email me at roger@moremito.com or call customer service. I'm extension 6. Yeah, hopefully that works now. Extension 6 on the customer service line. You see that number on the bottom of all the websites?
Yep, it is working.
Okay, great. So we can have an even longer conversation, okay? You got a very significant issue. We really want to help you with it, so stay in touch with us, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay, so, all right, so let's see about Jim Robb up in Illinois. I think I met Jim.
All right. I think that's James Rabb, I think.
Yes.
5467. I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I hear you perfectly, James. Go ahead, buddy.
Excellent. Yes, and we'll go by Jim. Roger, it's great to hear you. Literally, I am opening my order for the MoreMito. As we speak, I've just opened up the box, 2 boxes, and looking forward to taking my diving into this. So here I have a question for anyone out there that may know, and Roger, we briefly spoke about this. If there's anyone on the call, if there's a way for them to respond somehow through this process, who has had experience with psoriasis, not eczema, but psoriasis, and more specifically, what I was told, psoriatic psoriasis. I am very confident from what I've heard last week in a great call and what I've picked up on today, that I have good reason to be very excited about the potential here, but would like to know if there's anyone out there that might be able to address that. And I will also have to say the enthusiasm from the gentleman that spoke with the accent of, don't know if he was calling from England or not, but that was quite exciting to hear. But anyhow, thank you so much for this opportunity, and for Madeline out there, Madeline Morgan, turning me on to sharing this product with me, reaching out again, because Roger, as you know, years ago we had been in touch. But that's my question, again, about the psoriatic arthritis. Anybody who's had experience and results with the product, thank you.
All right, thank you for your comment, Jim. So we had a lot of various skin issues. I don't have a specific one on that particular condition, but I'm sure somebody does and will let us know.
Somebody's had psoriasis.
Okay.
Maybe not.
How about, we already did Novelette?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm taking Novelette's hand down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we got the wireless caller in California. Let's do that one. If I'm looking at that right, no, it's Ohio.
All right, wireless caller 4476. Give us your name and ask your question.
Oh, is this me?
Yeah.
I think it's you.
Hey guys, this is me. Oh gosh, my name is Mia Clark from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I have my mom listening on the call with me, and she's really leery about taking products that do anything as far as healing with the heart, because she's on digoxin, and she was wondering if she could take the MoreMito with the digoxin, because she was worried that digoxin is a real medication that they don't. I guess they don't even really subscribe it anymore, but she had an old doctor prescribe it for a long time ago, and it works pretty well. So, what should I tell her to do?
Get a bundle. So
I already got a bundle.
Okay, so the way to look at this, is that it is food. I understand the concern because we're used to dealing with medications, and you have to be concerned about, interactions with different medications and whatnot. I mean, this stuff we got is so safe. I call it a high-tech salad dressing, if you've been on very many of these calls. You're talking about a base of olive oil, black seed oil, a lot of nutrients added to that you could actually go in the produce section of the grocery store and get if you buy, extract them. Okay? Mm-hmm. It's just that we have this really special technology that reorganizes all these molecules so that they work way better than they've ever worked before. So
I understand that, but this is the thing I got. I'm on digoxin 0.25, and it's for tachycardia. So I'm saying this stuff, the way I see it, because I've seen it work, and it's done some things for me personally. But what I'm asking is, it'll start to correct that, and then I keep taking digoxin that don't need. I take digoxin. That would be a problem, because I would know.
Okay, so I guess there's a right and a wrong way to do everything. And you would choose to do the right way, which is in consultation with your doctor, like everybody else, and most of them. I'll bet you most of the people on this call now on some kind of medication. High blood pressure, for example. As your blood pressure comes down, of course you don't want to stay on the medication. In concert with your doctor, you get weaned off of it. That's the whole idea, right? I mean, you don't want to be on the medication unnecessarily.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Okay? I got it. Also, I have one more question. I'm going to let you go. My daughter has sleep apnea narcolepsy. Now, she takes brain and body. But when we first got it, she was taking 2 tablets a day. So 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. But she was totally normal. So what I consider normal is the way she don't have brain fog. She's not just going like, none of that stuff. So we thought she was taking too much. Can she take that amount, or does she just have to take 1 pill? But she's perfectly fine when she takes that much.
She's perfectly fine to continue taking that much.
There you go. That's all I want to know.
Okay.
Here you go. Thank you.
Yeah, I had my testimony about the brain and body. It's awesome. Thank you so much.
All right. Good talking to you.
Okay. My mom said it helped her muscle spasms, just FYI, guys.
Stop it.
Awesome. Okay, very good. Thank you, Mia.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Roger.
All right. Beatrice Chester from Cairo, Georgia.
Beatrice, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Hello.
Hi there. Go right ahead.
I have a question. I'm here with my son. He's talking about going to Gainesville to see a doctor. He has his eyes run water, and he has to wear shades. Now, would the MoreMito help him?
So
put the drops in
let's talk mitochondria here, okay? So you know our approach is that we're going to regrow the mitochondria and let your body figure it out. So, you know, he has some kind of allergy, it sounds like. Allergies or, you know, there's some irritation or inflammation going on there. And as you heard in other related situations, you know, what your body does with the formulation allows it to normalize inflammation in general. So a lot of people with allergies and whatnot don't have them anymore as a result of being on this technology. Their body can fix it. So that's what I will look forward to in your son's case.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I'll order some for him.
Okay. Good.
The whole package. Because what we're doing
is, nature spread the good stuff around. So we can't give you one pill or one oil, okay? So we got to have it, you know, in a kind of a diverse way. And that's why you need that bundle, okay?
Okay. All righty. I'll be ordering.
Thank you, Beatrice.
I had the lady Franklin. I just went to a conference at the church. She wants MoreMito. So I got to order.
There you go.
All right. She had one, but
okay.
I lost her.
Okay. All right. Let's go with Kathy Mendez in Illinois.
All right. Kathy, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Yes, hi. I have two questions. One for my pet. She's a dog, and she's small, about 15, 16 pounds. She's 15 and a half years old. Seems like she's having seizure-like activity. She jerks back. I'm wondering for her size, how much MoreMito Pet should I give her?
So there's like a weight scale on the bottle, I believe, and certainly on the PDF. If you go on the website, even the People product page, you'll see the link that says product details. You can get to the PDF that way. And you put a magnifying glass on that bottle, you'll see a weight scale. So just do it, you know, like that. And as you heard from people earlier, I think now Led talked about it. After you're on it for a while, you may need to adjust it up or down. But consult that table and start with that.
Okay, so they should ingest it?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And we're talking about Petlife now, to be clear. We're talking about Petlife because there's ingredients in Restore that aren't great for pets, and that's why we created Petlife. Those are taken out. This is like Restore for pets with the
mine's what the
ingredients
pets
they can't tolerate removed.
That's in here.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So we use Petlife.
Okay, do you have another question?
Rejuvenate Gel
for
pets.
my son.
These are the two products that the pets
He's in
can
the
have.
hospital now again, and he's on 4 psych meds, or 6 psych meds, but 4 antipsychotics. And he's up to like 280 pounds. He used to be 185. I guess when he comes back, I can give him. I can start with one Restore a day or 2 times a day. Like, how much should I give him?
Well, he's a big guy, right? He say 285.
Yeah. Now he's up to that 285 because of the psych meds.
Okay, so you can start with a regular dose with him and just kind of go from there. The question is, will he experience any detox symptoms? We don't know. Most people don't, but some people do. If that's the case, then you would just reduce it until those symptoms pass and then increase it again. You know, it's really just a common sense thing. You know, start where recommend, and then go from there. The key is take it, and then stay on it long enough for the benefits to compound, because it's not what Mito is doing, right? It's what your body is doing with it, and it's going to need a varying amount of time depending on the person and the situation. But if you can consistently get him on that, we've had so many people with various issues that are neurological, right? It gets them just dramatic results. So let's see what your son can do, okay?
So somebody having mental issues, that's what she was just talking about.
you.
Get them the bottom
All
of
right.
it on it.
And,
Get them on it
thank you,
ASAP.
Kathy. Keep us posted.
Build their mitochondria.
Indeed.
Who's next?
Is that Margaret? Gretch? Am I saying that right?
Could be Gletch, could be
Again,
Glyke.
this
Margaret,
doesn't go according to your
I've
conditions.
unmuted you. Your
It's
phone
building
is
your mitochondria up. Do your body
3013.
know how to fix itself?
Go ahead with your question.
Hello?
Hi. Go right ahead.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yep, we're listening to you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, Margaret. Can you hear us? Continue, please.
Yes. I've been diagnosed with what they call interstitial lung disease.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I want you to ask me a question.
Yes, I've been diagnosed with interstitial lung disease. You're familiar with that?
Yes. Go ahead with your question.
The question is, Dr. Harris told me to go on the Mito product. So I'm a newbie. It's en route.
So a doctor told her
And
to get on the product.
I was
Did you
just
hear that?
wondering if you've had any experiences interstitial lung disease with fibrosis.
Well,
and
first
Dr.
of all,
Harris saying,
appreciate this. It doesn't matter to us what kind of disease it is, since we're not trying to cure it anyway. Okay?
Right.
What I can tell you is that
anything.
a variety of people with a variety of
build your mitochondria.
respiratory concerns, right, have used this technology to regrow their mitochondria and been really glad that they did. Because your body can fix all kinds of things. From lung cancer to fibrosis, all of that, just because it gives you so much more efficient energy utilization.
Gotcha.
So I'm very optimistic based on that for anybody who has a respiratory concern, especially if it's been difficult being dealt with any other way.
Right.
Okay.
yeah, that's what Dr. Harris says. Mainstream medicine, the only thing they want to do is put me on prednisone, which I've been on, and that's not doing any good. And now they say they want to get me off of the prednisone and put me on Cellcept, which is an immunosuppressant, as you well know. I rather listen to Dr. Harris, and he thinks that Mito is going to be a better route to go.
All right. So give it a go. Stay in touch with us. If you need to reach out to me personally, you can do that by email or by calling customer service, and they'll put you in touch with me. Okay.
I will definitely do that. All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks for joining us, Margaret.
Fantastic. Thank you, Margaret.
Okay. Ida Morris in Orangeburg, South Carolina.
Ida, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, Ida. Go right ahead.
Okay. I have a question. A young lady that I shared MoreMito with, this was about a week ago. She started using the product. She got the Brain and Body Bundle. And she's experienced constipation to the point where she had to take active medicine in order to relieve the constipation. And she was afraid it was associated with the MoreMito because she goes to the bathroom regularly, she said.
So many toxins
and wanted to know if anybody else had experienced that or how should she proceed.
I don't think I've had anybody with that. We commonly have people who have sluggish bowels or are constipated just revel at the fact that they're going more regularly. Okay, so there's something unique in her situation, and I don't know what it is. Okay, there's something very unique. I don't know what else that she's doing, and whatnot. But why don't you set up a situation for me to talk to her, and let me see what we can explore with her to find out what she might need to do to get around that. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right.
What else she doing?
Thank
She
you,
taking
Ida.
other products?
Regina Kamara in Minnesota.
All right. Regina, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Hello?
All right, go right ahead, Regina.
Okay. I'm having problems with my feet. I think it's, I know it's neuropathy, but how often do I put Mito on my feet?
4, 5, 6 times a day is not too many. Okay?
Oh.
You really got to nourish those cells frequently and massage them well. You need to be on a program of walking. How long were you on the call today?
Yeah.
So
how long were you on the call today? Yeah.
But she's going to use
I
this
was on since it started.
4, 5, 6
So you
times a
remember
day,
that
as many
gentleman we
times a
talked
day as you
about
want to.
Wayne Circuit who had the circulation issue, or he had kidney failure, right? He had neuropathy and all that too.
Yeah.
And you notice that he is exercising now. So that's what I recommend for you. Do as much exercise along with that as you can, even if it's just taking walks and whatnot. Okay?
Yeah.
And
I've been
go ahead.
I've been blessed to get some energy because I didn't have none. But I've been blessed to get energy to exercise.
Now, she has energy after she took the products.
So I'm happy about it.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so that's going to help accelerate your process. Because you've got to do the physical things, the physical therapy type stuff to, promote your circulation along with taking you. It sounds like you're already getting benefits. You'll get even more the more you exercise and the longer you exercise if you're exercising already. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Regina.
Thank you.
Okay. How about Mark up in Tennessee?
Mark, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
It's for Roger. I just wanted to let you know because I didn't get to introduce myself at the beginning that I'm here. I didn't forget about you telling me to call you. I still have to deal with my Uncle Sam on that. I've just had so many appointments with Vanderbilt, and I have to be there tomorrow. And trying to get my sleeping back in order, and my son in public school this year. It's been a lot, but I'm planning on doing that early this week.
Okay. Well, let me know. Where you can help. Okay.
Thank you for the update, Mark. Great stuff. Who's next?
Indeed. Okay, so let's go with Montine Solomon, Atlanta.
Montine, I have unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
You missed the last time I saw it, so yeah.
Montine.
That's why I have to do something with it.
Montine.
Yeah.
Come back to her. Let's go with
Todd. Who's next?
Todd Thompson.
Todd Thompson. Todd out of South Carolina. Go ahead, Todd.
Hi, guys. I just wanted to thank you once again for an awesome call and an unbelievable company that's just changing lives. I wanted to say that I did what you said regarding my neuropathy. I did the exercises. I looked them up on YouTube, and I was exercising and putting the MoreMito on, and the neuropathy is just gone. So thank you for your advice on that.
So he was using this several times a day.
I wanted to say that I used to have mitral valve prolapse, and since we're talking about cardiovascular issues, I'm wondering if that valve is corrected itself. If that's impossible, I guess I wouldn't know unless I got an ultrasound.
The doctors think it's impossible. We've already had other people, right? We've already had other people report that there's dead and things like heart murmur.
Wow.
All of that. Yeah. All of that's possible. Now, we just have to see. Obviously, every situation is different.
Right.
And as you keep me saying, my standard disclaimer is not what Mito is doing, right? It's just what your body's doing with Mito. That would be yours and not somebody else's. So
Right.
Let us know.
What your body's doing.
Okay. Also, Dale, could you give me a call afterwards?
I will do that, Mark.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Excuse me, that's Todd, not Mark.
Todd, rather.
It's Todd. I misspoke.
Okay. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. So y'all bear with me.
I've got some
Vicky Rose.
Yeah.
Vicky Rose.
Vicky, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
I'd like to address the psoriasis issue.
Okay.
It will work for mine. It did for mine, but I had to put it on every little bit. I mixed the Restore and the Rejuvenate together, and the more of the Restore that you put in it, the better. But you have to put it. I just kept it right here, and I just put it on every little bit, and it's completely gone.
All right. Thank you for that.
Yes, and I have a question.
That's huge.
Okay. Go ahead.
I need to talk to you about a membership issue, and I've called in 3 times, and every time they've been supposed to call me back, and they haven't. And when I call, they won't let me through to you. So.
Okay, so.
It's option 6.
Okay, were you asking for me specifically, or just someone to help solve that problem?
I was asking for you specifically.
All right, I'm going to take a screenshot, and we will specifically call you back. Okay.
I appreciate that very much.
Trying to get in touch with Roger,
do not hear from me
when you call
by
customer
Sunday
service,
afternoon,
it's option 6.
Call me on extension 6.
Option
okay?
6.
Okay, that's what I did before.
You can either get him or leave a message for him to call you.
Okay, I will.
Sometimes we got to be persistent.
Okay, I will.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. All right. So, Rose Slaughter, Memphis.
All right. Rose, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Hello, today this is Rose Slaughter. I'm a holistic nurse, and I have a comment and a question. My comment is regarding psoriatic arthritis, and yes, I'm seeing some positive differences in my skin with the products. And I appreciate the lady before me who talked about putting more of the Restore in that area as opposed to Rejuvenate, which is a good thing I've learned as well. And so, yeah, I'm seeing some good results with using the products with the psoriatic arthritis. And I've been using the products now for going on 2 weeks.
Okay. Well, thank you for contributing that, Rose.
Seeing her results.
Go ahead with your question.
Okay, American Express, do we accept that as payment?
Yes, we do. We do that? Okay.
Yeah, of course we do. Yep.
Okay, I had a person that wanted to join and everything. I said, well, I'll ask it today. Well, thank you so much for answering that for me.
All right. Great to have you on.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Continue to be great on purpose.
Indeed.
Thank you, Rose.
All right. We got a cell phone caller in Glen Burnie, Maryland. That's where the DMV is. Okay. Number is 8109. Did I see that right?
Yeah, 8169.
Okay.
I've unmuted you. Give us your name and ask your question.
Hi, my name is Joe Bowen, and my question is to let y'all know that this is my first time calling in. I met someone, and he gave me this information and told me make sure I call, that he thinks that this product could help me. And my issues is this. I have AFib. I have poor circulation in my legs. I got 2 knee replacements. And since I did that, I can't walk anymore. So I figured that I would give y'all a call, and he told me that it would work. Just give it a try. So if y'all can talk to me and tell me what to do, I'm willing to do so.
All right. So it's clearly a circulation issue, right? So we got two aspects of that. You can use our technology, as you've been hearing others say, mix it with the Restore. Put it on liberally and put it on often. Start with your feet. Because your foot's farthest from your heart, right? So your blood's got to go all the way down there, turn the corner, and come back, and it's puddling. Okay, it's oozing out. So start massaging your feet and everything. Come all the way up your leg. Massage all the way up. And then when you're applying it, do double applications. Put it all on one foot, one leg, and then while that's soaking in, go over to the other one, and then come back to the first one. Okay?
Okay.
That's how you want to do that. Then, as you heard others talk about, Phil, do some exercise. Do all the exercise you can do. I don't care if it's sitting down exercises. If you can go on the internet and look up chair exercises, and you'll see all kinds of people giving you all kinds of tips about how to do that. Right? We just got to get your heart rate up so we can push blood down there. See what I'm saying? Now, I had a stress fracture foot, and it bothered me for several years. So I'm still careful about it right now. Okay, but the real key was me understanding that I had to put the full court press on this, so to speak, with this exercise. All right. So give that a try, and then call me back. If you got a week, let a week go by. Let's see how you're doing next week. And if you still need progress, then come back on the call or reach out to me directly through the customer service. Okay.
Okay. So
there's other stuff we can talk about. There's other stuff we can talk about, but I want to see what happens first of all when you aggressively use Mito in the way that I was describing. Okay.
Right. Well, that the stuff that I'm talking about, we are talking about. Will it do anything for my AFib and something else I noticed that all of a sudden my skin starting to break out got like little white spots on it on my arms.
Right. So your body is constantly fighting off things and trying to detoxify you of things. All right. And I don't know and don't need to know specifically what that is.
Right.
I just know that your body's going to do a much better job of dealing with it after you're on this stuff for a while.
Right.
Okay? And you want to do the same thing about your skin, massage it in. This miraculous stuff happens when you do that. But again, interact with us, stay in touch with us, and let's walk with you, through this. Okay?
Okay. So how will I be able to get the merchandise? Go back to the person that.
Okay. So do you know that person's name?
His name is Flower. His first name is Flower, and his last name is
Flanders.
Yes.
Flanders Flower.
Yes.
Okay. So Flanders knows exactly how to connect you. So go back to him. He's going to give you his website, and he'll help you get your site so you can make that order. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yes. That's great. All right. Well, I thank y'all for the information today, and I'm hoping that it will do me the trick because I ain't supposed to staying in the house no more.
That's how you get connected.
There you go. Out that house. Okay.
Get out of here, Joe. All right.
All right.
I will. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Steve Montine is off the phone now. Steve Montine is where she can talk to us.
Montine, I have unmuted you again. Are you there?
I didn't want to see anybody else.
Montine.
Hello.
Still talking.
Okay, put it back. Let's keep it moving. Get that unknown person at the bottom.
All right, unknown from San Francisco. I've unmuted you.
Y'all put
Give
your
us your
hands
name.
up. Y'all gotta be paying attention. So when they call on you, you can actually speak and get your questions answered or give your testimonial.
Hello.
Is that me from
Is this
San
B?
Francisco?
It is.
Hello?
That's BS. That's BS.
Go ahead, B.
Hello. Okay. Something happened this week which is amazing. When I squeezed the bottle with my right hand, it always hurt, so I used my left hand. But now my right hand doesn't hurt anymore. Isn't that amazing? I never thought that could happen. Secondly, one lady, she tried to rejuvenate through a friend, and she's very happy with it. And the guy who gave it to her, he has diabetes, and I talked about it to him, but he refuses. But if that lady will benefit from it, the guy with diabetes may be more interested. Isn't that amazing? And secondly, finally,
Yeah,
I
sometimes
learned
people
that
just
I
don't
have
listen.
to
I've
tell
told
the
several
people
people, and
how
people
to
don't
use
always
it.
listen.
I have
But
help,
that's them. They don't
and
care about their
it's
health
so
in that sense.
important that people understand how to apply it. That I had some setbacks on that, which goes very slowly because of that. So I'm very excited for the future. Seriously. Okay, and all the best. And actually, I'm so glad Shirley from Texas introduced me to this nearly 2 years ago. Thank you. Bless you, all of you. Thank you. By the way, I would love to talk to Roger if he can give me a call back on something, please.
Okay, you got me on WhatsApp, so give me a shout on WhatsApp later, okay?
All right, thank you.
Marvelous.
Yeah, Pete has some great questions about marketing he wants to cover with you, Roger.
Yeah. Okay. Shirley Castlevan, I think it was, in Texas.
Shirley.
Yes, it is.
She's awesome.
Okay, so...
Thank you, Pete. Fantastic.
We call her
we do Mia back.
We did Mia,
England.
but she's called back in.
Okay, let's see.
All right, Mia, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Thanks, guys, for having me again. I have a dog, and he eats away at his pads lately, and he has pad burn. So do I take the Petlife and put the cream on his feet, exactly on his feet?
You can do the same way with people. You can mix it and put it on there. A lot of times dogs are itching because they got allergies. You know?
Oh, yeah.
So consider his diet and maybe get a better quality diet for him. And in the meantime, certainly have him take the Petlife internally and then put that mixture right on it where he's itching and whatnot.
Is there a pill for the dogs too? I actually never really...
no, there's no pill. There's no pill for the dogs.
Yeah, the Petlife.
So I put the oil in his mouth?
Which is an oil.
Yeah, you can just squirt it right in his mouth. I got a video. We got to get this on the website of a lady squirting it in a pit bull's mouth, and she get that bottle out, and the pit bull seems to come running. You know.
Yeah, I just spent $400 in 2 months on this dog, so I think it would be cool to get some. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said put it on
It's like the dogs know it's helping them, as Roger said, because I've got a dog as well, and this dog is a screamer. He bawls and cries. You can't cut his fur. You can't. But when it comes to the oil, when he sees the bottle of Petlife, he calms down. He still runs and hides, and he's no good. He hides it with a pillow at my bed. I mean, he's horrible at hiding. But he doesn't fight the product, and he wants it. It's strange. So pets know. So, and I hate putting it on food because they might not get it all. What Roger said is the way to do it. Squirt it in their mouth.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because his paw is raw and he it keeps biting it, and so I'm like, what? I don't know.
He's trying to do something. So help the paw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
So yes, that's what I'm getting next, guys. That'll be my next testimony. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
That's it.
Thank you.
Dr. Joy. It's coming. Dr. Joy Scott, Atlanta.
Dr. Joy, I've unmuted you in Atlanta. Okay. Go ahead.
Perfect. Muntean, are you there? Hi there. Hi, everyone. Dr. Joy, Roger. Hey there, Dale. Hey, everybody. I was trying to chime in there for a couple of times. So sorry. I'm in the country down in Coma, Georgia, down with my mother, who is 100 years old. And I just wanted, it's not a question, just a share, that she is doing well. At 99, she went on dialysis, and she has been using medications from that she was taking, and she's using the MoreMito products, and it's just doing well for her. The aches and pains and sleeping well. We did her, rubbed her down this morning, slept like a baby. So it is just working so well. So I'm here with her and my sister, and it's just such a pleasure to get down to see her whenever I can, and it's pretty often. Also wanted to share real quickly about a patient that I had in Emory Hospital. The patient had been there for 15 days, and I did hear a caller this morning talk about the upper respiratory condition that he has. This so happened that we had been on a call about COPD. And when I finally talked with the wife, and she said that the doctors had given him up,
nothing that they could do. He has the COPD. And she says, I don't know if you know anything about the COPD. I said, yes, I do. And she says, well, he has emphysema, and he has emphysema with the COPD, and he's just not doing well. They have him on a respirator. So I said, okay, let me tell you about what I have. If she says there's nothing we can do, he's going downhill and they're ready to basically pull the plug. I says, all right, if you want to try, they've told you there's nothing they can do, would you like to try something? And she says, I'll try anything. I gave her a jar of Rejuvenate. They had tubes in the mouth. He had the a ventilator on the mouth. There's nothing, tubes coming from everywhere. He couldn't even get a tube in the dropper in his mouth. I says, all right, fine. So I filled the Rejuvenate up with lots of oil, loaded with oil. Just rub him really well around the head, the chest, the lungs, the bottom of the feet. Put this oil everywhere you can. Get it on. She said, I'll try anything. She went there. He had been there 15 days, not moving, not saying anything. They passed him over for hospice. Nothing they could do. She had to go away for the last weekend to get the papers together for the final answers and the questions that they were going to receive getting back to the hospital. Before she left, 2 days, she rubbed this oil on him completely. The family sitting around waiting for this call to come from the doctor. They all came over to the hotel where I work, waiting for this dead call, is basically what they said. They got back over. He's sitting up in the bed, and his voice was a little bit raspy because he hadn't been talking, and he spoke to every one of them as they came in. They were just completely floored, not knowing what to do. What in the world happened? And the RN nurse that was standing in the hospital doing the same thing. We don't know what happened. So Mom is away down in wherever she went to take care of everything, thinking that he would be gone when she got back. She got back on Monday, this past Monday. Went to the hospital to see him. He's sitting there talking to her. Unfortunately, he passed away this past Thursday. But all of that was just the fact that she saw what the product did, what the doctors couldn't do at the last minute. But this MoreMito took effect and put everything back in place and made the quality of his life for his family and his wife to just help them get over this horrible hurdle that they were faced with. So yes, this product works. You just need to put it on and have the faith that it's going to work. And that's what she did. I gave it to her. It's now working on her. And I got a yay, and I am in from the whole family. So that's just a good share, and it's just a pleasure every time I see her. I've said goodbye to her. Now her life can start all over, and the healing can begin. And so that's my share. Okay?
Thank you for that. That was wonderful, because there are situations like that where we can just see the person's passing. And
that's right.
You see a difference
that's worth
from
doing
getting on the
for sure.
products.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And I want to thank everybody else, especially those whose voices you heard. It was an amazing call. All of you here to the very end, you're the very best part of MoreMito. Last word, Dale.
Listen, everybody, we are heading into a furiously productive August. Don't hold your orders. Get them in early. We're shipping, it looks like 300 out on Monday. Could be a record. We're here to help you. Anything you need, let us know. Call customer service and let us clear the path so you can simply deliver the message. You're the best part of MoreMito. Roger, back to you.
All right. We will see you on Monday. We're going to continue this topic. It is going to be amazing. See you then.
So God, oh man. Y'all, this was awesome. I mean, you heard a variety of things. You heard people saying, doctors had given up on people, and they had to take it and make their own decision whether they were going to try something else, right? You have that right. It's your body. I took that right. Doctors had me on so many medications, y'all. So many medications. This is just a little bit of what they had me on. Okay. I was on more than this. But that's a little bit of what they had me on. I had been told, just like other people, that, or like many other people, that, oh, there's nothing they can do for this, there's nothing they can do for that. You know, I was told I couldn't have any more kids. Okay, well, I have a daughter, Kishana, that's walking around here after the fact that they told me I couldn't have any more kids. Doctors do not know everything, okay? They have to learn as well. They're human. They have to learn just like we have to learn. So sometimes you have to take the initiative on your over your own body, and that's what I had to do. You know, I was told I would never be able to take care of my family again. I am perfectly capable of taking care of my family and other families as well, right? And I have done that. I had a business where I was taking care of have other people from, you know, other families as well, right? But again, it's all in what you decide that you're going to do for yourself, okay? Don't let someone control your life. Take the initiative. One of the things you want to do is you want to get your bundle. You want to get your bundle with your restore oil, your rejuvenate gel, and your brain and body. Because this is what you need, your brain and body bundle. So you want to create your free customer website. So if somebody referred you, you want to get back with the person that referred you. If nobody referred you, or if I referred you, or you know were referred by seeing this episode on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, we hope that you've subscribed. We hope that you've liked. But then you'll go to my website, which will and create your free website from that. You'll go to moremito.com/S Alford. That's moremito.com/SALFORD. Then you're going to click join. You'll click referring customer. And then you'll put in your name, address, phone number, email address, choose a username and a password, and you'll submit it. And your website's up just like that. Then you'll go and you'll log in your back office to place your order. And on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, if you go on our playlist, we have videos on there to tell you how to create your website, how to create, how to go and do your order and everything. And if you need more help than that, then you can text me. You can text 817-320-2571. Notice I said text because I have a busy schedule. And if you can give me enough respect and text me, then guess what? We can schedule a time that we can speak. If you have questions, feel free to text that. Feel free to put it in the comments. I check my comments, okay? When I get the notifications, I check them. Or we check them, depending on who I have helping me out, right? So we're here. It doesn't make a difference whether you're connected to us or not. We get the questions answered because guess what? We have a lot of people, we have a lot of lives that we're touching, and everybody has mitochondria. You hear them talking about the pets, right? Pets have mitochondria. So you don't give the pets the restore oil. The pets have their own because there's some stuff in here that the pets can't have, right? So our wonderful scientist has taken out the things that pets can't have, and that's what's left in Petlife. So Petlife is restore oil minus what the pets can't have. So we give the pets Petlife as well as the rejuvenate gel. You just heard people talking about, you know, this is what they're putting on their pets. So pets have problems just like we do. You heard somebody talking about a pet have cancer. You heard them talking about pets, allergies, you name it. The same symptoms that we have, the pets have as well. You also heard talk about we don't do conditions. And you heard people study asking, oh, well, will it help this or will it help that? Will it help cancer? Will it help getting shots in your eyes from diabetes? Will it, will it help ADHD, Alzheimer's, you name it. You heard them talking about the dog having dementia, okay? But anyway, it doesn't make a difference what your condition are because we're not in the healing business, but we're in the mitochondria business, right? So what we do is our products help build your mitochondria up. Again, our products help you build your mitochondria up. And our awesome God has designed our body that once your mitochondria is built up, your body knows what to do. So your body can fix itself from anything. Okay, from anything. Does not make a difference what it is. So that's why we don't do conditions. Okay, because we're not in the healing business, but we're in the mitochondria business. So you want to go ahead and you want to get your brain and body bundle, which is the brain and body, which is the Renew Brain and Body capsules, the Renew Brain and Body capsules, the Restore Oil, and the Rejuvenate Gel. As y'all can see, I'm human. I make mistakes too, right? But I'm excited, y'all. But again, go get your Brain and Body bundle. The Brain and Body, the Renew Brain and Body capsules, the Restore Oil, and the Rejuvenate Gel. I keep wanting to say renew everything, right? Because it's renewing your body, right? It's restoring your body. It's rejuvenating your body. So you want to either get back with the person that referred you, or if you were referred by myself or watching my channel, then you want to run and get your customer website created. It's free customer website. So again, you're going to get back with the person that referred you, or you're going to do what? You're going to go to my website, which is moremito.com/salford, moremito.com/salford. You're going to click login. You're going to click join. Sorry. You're going to click join. You're going to click referring customer. You're going to put your information in there. You're going to hit submit, and your website is up just like that. Then you're going to go do what? You're going to go order, if it's for the people, you're going to go and order your brain and body bundle. Your brain and body bundle. If it's for the pets, then you're going to go and order your Petlife bundle, which will be a Petlife Rejuvenate Gel, and get a free Rejuvenate Gel. On our bundles, each time you order, you get a free Rejuvenate Gel. So we have regular bundles, we have super bundles, right? So it doesn't make a difference what your condition is. Again, we don't do conditions. We do mitochondria. So if you know someone that has issues, okay, guys, everybody has issues. Nobody has 100% mitochondria. So that means you should share this with everybody that you know, especially people that you know have serious issues. It may be something just as simple as somebody needs energy, or, you name it. I've had so many people to tell me, oh, no, I don't have any issues or whatever. But I see them with glasses on their face, right? Well, guess what? The most mitochondria is in your eye area. So I already know you, for one, I know you're not 100% with your mitochondria because you're human, right? Nobody's 100%. So everybody can have some type of improvement. But when I see that you have glasses on, then I know your mitochondria is definitely has an issue, because things in your body are breaking down because you're wearing glasses, or again, different other things. So, and y'all, if y'all know kids, well, not just kids, but people with ADHD or Alzheimer's, autism, you really want to get to those people. Anybody that has any type of health conditions, like I said, it just helps everybody. So go ahead, either get back with the person that referred you or myself. Put comments, if you have questions, you can text me. I've given my number out. Again, it's 817-320-2571. Somebody will get back with you if you text me. If you call me, then you may not get the phone answered. That's the reason why I ask everybody to be respectful and text, so that, we're going to see the text quicker, because we get a lot of spam calls, etc. The easiest way to get us is to text us, and then we can respond back, and we can schedule a time that works for you and us. Okay. Again, we hope that you have enjoyed hearing the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, hearing our testimonials, hearing just how the mitochondria works. And please spread the word. So many people don't realize that you have mitochondria in your body, right? I've had people say, oh, well, where do I get the mitochondria from? It's in your body. God designed us all with mitochondria, right? It's just you have to get the knowledge. Knowledge is power, right? Now, let's see how many people will share this knowledge with other people. And then let's see how many people would actually listen. I constantly share information, but not everybody listen. I actually did something just a few days ago, and I sent it out to at least 100 people. And I know how many people actually listened, right? Not even a fraction of people actually listened. I sent the knowledge to them, right? But guess what? They did not take the initiative because they weren't serious. So get serious, get the knowledge, y'all. When you get the knowledge, you can see a major change in your body. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. I look forward to hearing your testimonies. I love hearing the improvement that people have. So again, get back with the person that referred you, or go to my website and let's get that customer website created. Let's get your products ordered. Let's get you on your health journey, right? Health on 100, right? Again, if you haven't subscribed and liked, subscribe and like. And have a wonderful